This is Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Lawler, and I couldn't be happier about coming home to Oklahoma City tonight.
These Oklahoma fans are fired up and ready for the greatest superstars in sports entertainment.
And they should be. I've seen the lineup for tonight's show, and I honestly don't think it could be any better.
Yes, that was an incredible move. What strategy?
Strategy my Oklahoma ass. That's cheating, plain and simple.
Well, from the looks of things, it's not hard to tell how this one's gonna go.
What are you talking about, King? I think this is still What a submission hold! Could this be a tap out?
It isn't. The hold can't be broken. You can't take this kind of pain for long.
I'll tell you what, King, the WWE superstars are about the greatest athletes you'll find in any sport, period.
What do you mean, just about, JR? Can you actually think of anywhere else that you can see athletes of this caliber?
I was just going for a little humility there, King. I'm not surprised it was lost.
So long, ref. Sweet dreams.
It's going to be a while before the referee gets up from that. And there's a little something for the crowd. The best superstars never ignore their fans.
The best superstars also finish off their opponents instead of giving them time to recover. I can't even imagine what these superstars will put each other through.
I don't think you'll have to use much imagination, King. I think they intend to show you right here tonight.
The intensity of the... Uh-oh. Talk about a hole you don't want to find yourself in.
No kidding. This will rearrange your anatomy. These superstars are in terrific shape, and that comes as no surprise whatsoever.
No kidding. If you don't have that conditioning, you're not going to last long in a match.
You sure are. And that's only one of the many reasons I try to stay out of the ring whenever possible. I'm sure these competitors have studied each other very carefully.
This match would be over by now if they hadn't, JR. You never get into the ring without doing your homework.
That would be a recipe for disaster. The submission is locked in. This could be huge.
Oh my gosh, JR! You can't go long without tapping out to this. We could see a finishing move right here.
And it's been reversed.
I don't think these superstars have any intention of taking it easy on each other tonight.
That's not what they signed up for, King. And quite frankly, I think these fans would be disappointed if they didn't go all out.
Well, that's easy for the fans to say. They've never set foot inside that ring.
No, but they spend their hard-earned dollars to watch what goes on inside it. And without them, we'd all be out of a job. A textbook reversal there. These top rope moves are always difference makers, for better or worse.
After some of the things we've seen in this ring, JR, I think we'd better remind the folks at home not to try this stuff themselves.
That's for damn sure, King. The WWE superstars are trained professionals.
And even they don't walk away from every match in the best shape.
They sure don't. We've seen more than one superstar taken out of here on a stretcher.
These superstars are putting everything on the line here in this match.
They sure are, and they're doing it all for the WWE fans. Without them, there'd be no WWE.
These superstars are at the top of their game, JR. They make it look so easy.
They sure do. You almost forget about the years of training and sacrifice that went into their careers.
I tell you, JR, this one has the potential to be a Match of the Year candidate.
No doubt about it, King. As far as I'm concerned, any WWE match has that potential. Everyone on the roster is an...
Oh boy, here it comes. There's the pin.
1, 2.
Oh man, that was almost 3, JR.
Oh no! The referee's been knocked out! This can't be good!
Are you kidding? Now anything goes. It doesn't get any better than that, JR. What are they going to do next?
I couldn't even begin to guess, King. That's why they say anything can happen.
Whoops, there goes the referee.
Oh man! And now there's no one to keep order in this matchup.
This could finish the match right here. I think these superstars have a legitimate beef with each other, JR.
So do I, King. I'm not so sure their issues with each other are going to be solved with... That went nowhere.
Look at this, JR. Can you imagine SmackDown putting on a match half as good as this?
No disrespect intended for our SmackDown colleagues, but no, I can't, King. I truly believe Raw is the dominant brand of sports entertainment.
And you hit the nail right on the head there, JR. The dominant brand. Not the slightly better brand or the sort of superior brand.
Absolutely not.
Wow, there's a hole you don't want to find yourself in, JR.
You sure don't, King. We've seen many a superstar tap out to this one.
Looks like someone's heading for the high rent district. I've been looking forward to this match all night, JR. I can't believe it's finally underway.
This has been a hotly anticipated contest. And as far as I'm concerned, it's living up to the hype.
No question about that, JR. The fans certainly seem to be into it, that's for sure.
And when it comes down to it, that's all that matters.
Oh boy, this looks like an all or nothing move. Oh my gosh, this could be the finisher.
1, 2.
That was close to 3. Man, is there even going to be anything left of these superstars by the time they're done?
Not if they have their way, King. Everything they came in here with tonight is going to be left in that ring, mark my words.
I hope these fans appreciate it, JR. These superstars are putting it all on the line for them right here tonight.
So, King, any predictions about the outcome of this match?
Oh, no. Every time I make a guess as to who's going to win, I never hear the end of it from you.
Maybe that wouldn't happen if you got one right now.
Climbing up the turnbuckle isn't bad. It's all the ways you could come down that hurt.
And here's the pin. 1, 2. Didn't even get a 2 count on that one. Boy, what a match. I wouldn't even hazard a guess as to who's going to win this thing.
What? Have you got both your contacts in one eye, JR? It's been up. Oh, man. I've been in this hole before, JR. This brings back some bad memories.
I can understand why, King. I can't even imagine the pain being inflicted here. It's too early to tell, King, but it's definitely one hellacious matchup, no doubt about it.
Rope break.
You know, JR, when I saw this match on paper, I wasn't too sure about it. But it's turned out a lot better than I thought it would.
I'm not at all surprised, King. I knew this was going to be a terrific matchup.
Oh, come on, JR. You're just talking through your hat. And speaking of hats, when are you going to get rid of that silly thing anyway?
Right about the time you stop wearing that crown, I'd say.
Show off all you want, but it's not going to win you the match.
No, but getting the crowd behind you can certainly give you the edge.
2.
This is a risky move. It could
3.
prove to be disastrous.
1. 2.
I don't think anyone's walking away from this match unscathed.
3.
No doubt about it, King. This one's going to be hell on the anatomy for sure.
1. 2. 3.
See, JR, this is exactly why Raw is the #1 brand
4.
in all of sports entertainment.
You're absolutely right, King. We've got the best superstar, the best band,
And the best announced team. Don't forget that.
I was going to say that until you interrupted me.
Uh-oh. This isn't going to be pretty.
Live tonight from Oakland, California. I'm Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Lawler.
I've never seen a hotter crowd, JR. These Oakland fans are completely out of control. This is going to be great.
You're not wrong, King. The Bay Area's always been a hot spot for the superstars of Raw, and tonight is no exception. That went nowhere.
You're not a fan of everybody in this match, JR, but you've got to respect their dedication to this business.
Oh, absolutely, King. I don't have to like everyone on the roster to acknowledge that they've all worked long and hard to master their craft.
I think the best is yet to come in this match, JR.
I agree with you 100%. Whenever you put abilities of this caliber in a match together, it just gets better and better.
Rope break.
I don't think that these superstars have even contemplated the fact that they might lose.
I'm sure they haven't. That's not the kind of attitude you come in with and expect to pick up the win.
You're right about that, JR. If you can't see yourself having your arm raised by the referee when it's over, don't bother showing up. So who do you think's going to win this match, JR?
I'm not even going to hazard a guess, King. These superstars are so unpredictable that it'll be just about the most foolish thing I could possibly do.
Man, is there even going to be anything left of these superstars by the time they're done?
Not if they have their way, King. Everything they came in here with tonight is going to be left in that ring, mark my words.
I hope these fans appreciate it, JR. These superstars are putting it all on the line for them right here tonight. This is great, JR. Would you call this one a slobber knocker?
It's too early to tell, King, but it's definitely one hellacious matchup, no doubt about it.
You think this is going to be a back-and-forth kind of match? Or do you think this is going to be pretty one-sided, JR?
I couldn't tell you, King. These superstars are so unpredictable that you can never tell how a match is going to go.
That was a long way to go for a simple, I don't know, JR. Oh, man, I've been in this hole before, JR. This brings back some bad memories.
I can understand why, King. I can't even imagine the pain being inflicted here. There's no room for error when you're on the top rope.
These superstars are beating the heck out of each other, and this crowd can't get enough of it.
It's what they paid to see, King, and they're getting their money's worth tonight.
They sure are, JR. There's no question these superstars are earning their paychecks. See, JR, this is exactly why Raw is the #1 brand in all of sports entertainment.
You're absolutely right, King. We've got the best superstars, the best fans,
and the best announced team. Don't forget that.
I was going to say that until you interrupted me. Now I'm just hoping I haven't lost Taz's phone number.
What a counter! Oh boy, here it comes! These superstars will put each other through.
I don't think you have to use much imagination, King. I think they intend to show you right here tonight.
Oh no, this is terrible. You can't let your opponent build this kind of momentum.
Well, all I can say is someone's been eating their vitamins and saying their prayers.
We could see a finishing move right here.
Look at the confidence radiating off this superstar.
All I see is an overconfident superstar who's throwing away the match by not following up.
Look at this. Look at this. You talk about a house of fire. You're seeing it right here.
Yeah? Well, somebody better put out that fire, or this one's not going to end well.
What a reversal.
Looks like someone's heading for the high-rent district. Yes, that was an incredible move. What strategy?
Strategy, my Oklahoma ass. That's cheap, plain and